Hello everyone and welcome back to Trouble Pads. So as you people have read the title, we are going to do a simple tutorial about the NVIDIA Control Panel. So let me show you how to open it. You can just open it with the arrow here from the task manager tray, or taskbar tray, I'm sorry. There's the NVIDIA settings. You can click it on and there it opens it like this. Or the next thing, the way you can is you can just pop it up, the right click and then NVIDIA Control Panel. So that's the two ways to open your NVIDIA Control Panel. Now most of the people don't have their control panel in them. They cannot really see it, or there is no control panel whatsoever. So I'll suggest them to update the drivers. If you keep the drivers updated, you will be able to use the graphic card to its full potential. So I'm going to show you how to keep the settings about the control panel to use the graphic card to its potential again. So first thing is about the 3D settings. Now in there is a sub point that is adjust image settings and preview. So there are 3 points or 3 options here. The first is let the 3D application decide, the second one and the third one, that is it is what it is. So I will recommend you not to use the first option, as it will just keep everything low. It doesn't really fetches all the resources it's supposed to. I personally use the advanced 3D image settings because it sets everything to its full potential without making me manually adjust them. The third one is use my preference emphasizing. Now in this you have to look for 2 things. One is performance and one is quality, and you just can't really keep it balanced because it doesn't look that good. So I'm gonna go with the second option. You can do the third one if you feel like the performance is needed more than quality, or the quality is needed more than performance, or you can just balance this stuff the way you prefer. So second thing is manage 3D settings. Now in this there are 2 settings. One is the global setting and the other one is program setting. Let me show you what it is. So here you can add any program in this in order to customize the graphic fetching stuffs. Like you can see here, all this thing is related to the graphic fetching, the grammar correction, FXAA filtering, then anti-aliasing and all that stuff. So you can customize a single program by adding it from here. You can add anything like CSGO or any other game, or PUBG Lite, or any other game it is, and you can just customize the settings here. Now as you can see here, it shows that use global setting 8x, because the global setting is the setting that is applied to every single application, and from here you can change the single application's settings. I hope you people are getting my point right here. This is totally for everything, and this is for only for you to customize a single application that you wish to do. So I'm not gonna do anything here. I'm gonna just keep the global settings as it is. The third thing, this is the most important stuff that is to be seen and heard by every single person who buys a graphic card. Now many people buy a graphic card and they just plug it in their motherboard and they just start with it. I did it myself, and I haven't really paid attention to its control panel, as I thought my graphic card is now active. But what thing we have to keep in mind, that whenever we plug in the graphic card, we have to go in the control panel and then go into this option that set 56, or I don't know how to speak this thing. Okay, PHYSX. Okay, it is what it is. So set PHYSX configuration, go in there and select your graphic card that you have attached. Only that way you are going to activate your graphic card, or else you will remain on your CPU and you're going to run every single thing that needs graphic fetching on RAM, and if your RAM is not powerful, then boom, you're a goner. So be sure to select GeForce GT710 in my case, now whatever graphic card you have attached. So this is the simple stuff here. The next thing is the display thing. Change resolution. Here there is no need to change resolution. You can set any resolution you want. Now I'm not gonna change this stuff because my resolution is recommended one, that is 1080p, and My refresh rate is set to maximum as well. My monitor supports 60 Hz, so it's gonna be 60 Hz. So I'm gonna apply this. The next thing is adjust desktop color and settings. Now by default, whenever you'll open the control panel, you can see that this thing is not set to use NVIDIA settings, but it is set to other application color controls and all that stuff. So I'll recommend you to switch to use NVIDIA settings, as it will show you and help you to look at the colors and all the other stuff real good, because it's a graphics card. Come on, that's what a graphics card does. So just select that stuff and apply it, and your desktop has configured changes. Yeah, sure. Then the third thing is rotate. Now there is no need to rotate the stuff. Mine monitor is landscape, so I'm gonna select the landscape only. I'm not gonna change this. View HDCP, display supports HDCP. No, I'm not gonna do anything here. There's nothing to do here as well. Now this thing, apply the following settings. There's nothing to do in this thing as well. As you can see, adjust desktop size and position. I don't think so. We'll just keep it as it is by default and move on to the next one. Set multiple displays. Now we don't really have any other monitor attached, so we're not gonna interfere in these settings as well. The third thing and the last thing, which is the adjust video color, again it will be seen first, or it will be marked as first by default, so I'll recommend you to select the second one, that is use the NVIDIA settings. Oh no. And then here again select the use NVIDIA settings, select use NVIDIA settings, noise reduction, age enhancement and all that stuff, and you just apply all that stuff. Yes. So this was what a basic NVIDIA control panel looks like, and these are the simple things that you should do when you buy a graphics card. It helps a lot to start the graphic card potentially and use it to its full power. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you people found this informative, we will try to upload more stuff on the graphics card itself. In the next video I will try to upload some stuff about the MSI Afterburner here, so stay tuned and do give us a like and share this with the people you think need to see this. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. We will be back soon, so thank you.